Hey guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. As you can see, I'm about ready to head out on a hike here. I'd like to talk to you guys first. I'd like to do a little exercise concerning the last video I did with two gentlemen, Joshua and Jamar. Now, I haven't quite looked at that video's been uploaded for a few hours, and I haven't looked at the comments or anything yet, but I'm willing to bet, as usual, there's going to be people that disagree with it, and that's okay. There's going to be people that say, hey, this is law and order, and you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It's just, I support the police officers, and that's just, they're just doing their job, and we got to go along with whatever they say. It's funny, because the same people that say, we have to submit to police officers are the ones that are always talking about their rights and not giving in to the government telling them what to do. Kind of contradictory, but let's not go there. All right, so let's just use an exercise here with empathy and perspective. All right, let's talk first. Say you had a brother. Let's just say for these people that disagree, law and order, the law and order Trump supporters out there, the people that aren't into the BLM and all that. Let's say you got a brother you love, a best friend, a cousin, an uncle. Let's call him John. You love John, man. You grew up together. You go fishing. You go camping. You love this guy. All right. But he's got a little different life than yours. He's made some bad decisions lately. Let's say there was an incident involving road rage or something like that. Or let's just say he's got a business and somebody refused to pay him and things got heated. Let's say John picked up something to protect himself. Now, you might not agree with this, but it's his business. So let's say it had maybe it had something to do with a woman. Maybe an ex-boyfriend came in from out of town and was made some threats or something like that. Who knows? That stuff happens every day. All right, so let's just say this is John's life, your buddy, your best friend. Okay, so you get a call one night. Oh, the authorities came across your buddy John, and this is what happened. John is no longer. It would appear. And now let's keep this exact. If we're gonna flip this story, let's make it exact. A African American police officer pulled up. This is the story you hear now. An African American police officer pulls up, says John, yells at John. John panics. He doesn't know if this is the ex-boyfriend. He doesn't know if this could be the business associate or what. He kind of panics. You're not sure what happened there, but he ends up running, and the officer puts one in John's back, and that's that. Granted, John made some bad choices. But is he okay with that? Is that law and order? Live by the sword, die by the sword, right? Is it fair? Sounds fair? That justice and the punishment was all just distributed, put out right there in that 2 seconds. It's probably not. You're probably not okay with that. I don't think I would be. All right, now the other situation with Jamar. Let's say me or you, one of us, we're out shopping. My son, I had a great morning with my son. I was teaching him how to defend himself. I was teaching him how to be a man. I was teaching him about walking away from trouble, how to deal with bullies, whatever, that morning. And we all go out shopping. Me, my fiance, my 13-year-old son, and my newborn, right? It's a good day, man. Christmas is coming, and this is one of those days you remember. Work's going good. I'm going to buy my family lunch. I'm going to sit down. These are the times you remember. You're starting to eat. And, who's that? Now, like I said, we're flipping the script exactly just to keep things honest. So I turned around, and it's an African-American police officer. He's putting me in handcuffs. Nothing, just says, come on, you got to come with me, sir. Click, click. I look over at my son. He's panicked. My wife is like, what's going on? You see everybody else in the food court looking at you. All the people your son's friends. What's going on? Could you help? What are you doing? You got to come with me. I think you know what's going on, sir. Click, click. and you see that look, that panicked look on your family's face. You get outside, and finally, cop says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake." And by the way, this cop doesn't have any mask on. He's a total stranger. You don't know where he's been. You don't know who he's been in contact with. He is a public official. You're in a mall, and this person that's putting these handcuffs on you has no mask on, no regard for your safety or your family's safety either. Right? And, it was a mistake. This was all a mistake. You can go. So would you say, "Oh, you're just doing your job"? I understand that. Or would you be a little upset about that? Would you be upset about the way that happened right in front of your family? And then with the mask, the indifference to your family's safety during a pandemic. The fact that an apology is not going, that day was going to be a day before Christmas where you go shopping with your entire family, sitting down to eat at a snack bar with the kids that age. That's something that you're going to remember forever. Except now you're going to remember that forever for the wrong reasons. It's going to be a terrifying memory now. Does sorry cover that? Not to mention, if now you're in danger of getting COVID-19 because of this officer's complete indifference to your health and his own public safety ordinances, public health ordinances, which he's disregarding. Yeah, I don't think, I don't know if I'd be too, I don't know how far an apology would go. It certainly wouldn't erase that memory for the rest of my life, for the rest of my son's life. Like I said, I think a lot about that son and what he's going to have to face. It could have been handled differently. It should have been handled differently. An apology doesn't cover it. That changes people's lives. That changes a lot of people's lives. It changes the way other police officers are treated because of the way this one person handled it. It's not just about law and order. And, hey, he apologized, so it's all right. No. These wounds run deep. And it's something we need to look at. All right. So I hope that now, like I said, if this was just about law and order, if you saw my last video and you said, "Hey, it's just law and order, get over it, man," you live by the sword, die by the sword. It's all fair, the cops are just doing their job, just protect themselves. They got to go home. Well, then, if you just went along with me in this reversal, this empathy exercise, this change of perspective exercise, then you should have no problem what I just explained with you being the person in that food court who gets handcuffed by that cop wearing no mask, or your buddy John getting taken out because of, I don't know, some bad decisions, some issues in his life. We'll never know now because it all ended that night. So if your law and order theory perspective is just and true, it should stand up, and you should be okay with that. All right, just a thought exercise. You guys have a good Tuesday.